Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys Magic. This is Hunter, Reilly, and Shane. Say what up, guys.
Hello, hello.
What's up, nerds?
We are back doing another spoiler video for Spider-Man. That's right. Still going through the web-slinging menace, as J. Jonah Jameson would call him. Today is September 2nd, 2025. Another day of spoilers, but we're almost done already. Spoiler season ends on the 5th, which I feel like is a very small set. But yesterday, we only had 10 cards spoiled total. Today, we're talking about 18 rares. So if you guys wanted to check out all the cards that we don't talk about in these videos, which normally we only talk about rares and mythics, check the link in the description. Check out Instagram. We post all of them there. But hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so you're staying up to date with all these other videos. Let's go through the first one. We've got Shadow of the Goblin. It is 1 and a red for an enchantment that says at the beginning of your first main phase, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And whenever you play a land or cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, this enchantment deals 1 damage to each opponent. This card
Howzo.
seems so good.
Seems like it has many homes right out of the get-go.
This immediately fixes your draw step. This is crazy. Because it happens on main phase. So you draw, you don't like that card, discard it, draw another one.
True.
That's wild. For 2 mana, I think this fits in a lot of decks.
I agree.
Does it?
I think it
I think
does.
so.
Yeah, but that, I'm just kind of like, I'm looking at that second ability, and that is so hyper restrictive.
I mean, the hyper restrict, yeah, sure. But that first ability is a banger.
I mean, and also there are things like your favorite Prosper Tome down. Like, these decks exist.
That's why I
Anything
said
out
it's
of
like,
Warp?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very specific. I'm not saying that it's not possible to do.
Yeah, for sure. I agree that it goes into more decks, or should I say more specific decks when it comes to Prosper,
Yeah.
Faldorn, things like that. But I don't know. This is going to be one of those in standard. We're a reanimator deck. This is going to be one of the easiest way to pitch a card to the grave. It's crazy.
And replace it.
And replace it. Yeah, that first effect is that to me is just nuts. Have we seen that kind of effect before that just lets you fix your draw?
Oh.
I don't know. For 2 mana, I think that's really pushed. I don't know. I'm a big fan of this one, though.
Yeah.
Let's move on to a 5-color legend. We've got Cosmic Spider-Man. That's right. It is white, blue, black, red, green for a 5/5 legendary creature spider human hero. It has flying, first strike, trample, lifelink, haste. And it says at the beginning of combat on your turn, other spiders you control gain flying, first strike, trample, lifelink, and haste until end of turn.
Awesome.
Yep.
Like, is it amazing? I don't know. But is it awesome? Yes.
I mean, we call these like French vanilla keywords nowadays because
Yeah.
that's just what they are. But that many on a card, that many on all of your spiders, you play with shapeshifters. You can play with other spiders and from like Duskborn, or hey, maybe you want to play with some of the spiders from Lord of the Rings. Be pretty cool.
This card is cute. I don't know if I actually like. I understand that yes, you want to play this with other spiders. I think I probably just played this Voltron.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a pretty cool way to play it.
yeah,
But
I agree.
what do you? I mean, you're throwing a bunch of effects on here that this might already have those effects.
Yeah. I
It
don't
doesn't
think
have flying. Oh no, it does have flying.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
It
It
has
doesn't have first strike.
Yeah, that does a first strike.
You mean
It has-
double strike.
I feel like
There you
it's
go.
got all of the keywords and all of the color combination except for black. I feel like it's missing menace.
I feel like lifelink was the black one.
You think so? I thought that was like white. But I guess first strike could be white.
Yeah, I think first. To me, flying feels blue, first strike feels white, trample feels green, lifelink is black, and then hasted would be red.
Okay.
Those are all the right ways.
But Spider-Man's supposed to be a menace, so I feel like menace should have been there. I don't know. This card seems pretty wild. I
Pretty
kinda wanna
fun.
build around it.
Exactly.
We'll see. We'll talk about it in our Commander Grades video. Next up, we've got a new Enchantment Saga. This is the death of Gwen Stacy. It's 2 and a black, like I said, Enchantment Saga. Its first lore counter is destroy target creature. Its second lore counter says each player may discard a card. Each player who doesn't loses 3 life. And its third and final lore counter says exile any number of target players' graveyards. It's cool. All 3 of those effects are pretty relevant. However, I don't know if it's good.
Nope.
Art's
Yeah.
awesome though.
This style of comic book art, like
Yeah.
it fits sagas so well.
Dude, I'm telling you,
It is a comic book.
we've seen almost this exact thing on one of those, like when we looked at the community spotlights on her. Like this art is almost identical. Like they're
Yeah, without
taking
a
it
doubt.
up. Yeah.
Before Spider-Man was announced, people
Yeah,
were
exactly.
toying around with comic book art like this, and here it is.
And there it is.
But yeah, I don't think this card is that powerful. I mean, exile any number of target players' graveyards as a third and final lore counter is kind of meh.
Yeah. The card effect itself, I'll completely agree. The artwork on this, I don't know. The more that I see of the Spider-Man set, the more I really wish it was just kind of a secret layer, or maybe like 2 or 3. I don't know. Having a group of sagas that have this kind of treatment would be neat, but I don't think I need a full set.
Yeah, it's all right. I think also, by the way, Reilly, in case you didn't know, we are getting multiple secret layers after this. So
Oh, I'm aware.
more Spider-Man coming soon. But let's move on. We've got Parker Luck. It's 2 and a black for an enchantment. It says at the beginning of your end step, 2 target players each reveal the top card of their library. They each lose life equal to the mana value of the card revealed by the other player. Then they each put the card they revealed into their hand. This is a cute little effect.
Yeah, what?
I do not like this card at all.
Like you take damage from mine, I take damage from yours, and then we draw it.
Or you force your opponents to take damage to each other, but you're giving them card draw.
Yeah, I was like, why
Yeah,
I
you're
wouldn't do
forcing
that.
them to draw cards. Here's a bob.
I mean, hey, group hug?
Group
slug.
squeeze? Yeah.
That's cute, but like if you play with a low enough mana curve, I don't know. Like most of the decks that I play with, like most things top out at like 3 mana. So for me, looking at this in my own perspective, it's like happily, please play this against me. That's just more card draw.
Or, oh yeah, I guess I was gonna say use it yourself, but if you're low, then they're not taking damage.
Yeah, but
I
if you
get it.
got a bomb and you flip over like a 12 mana spell, take 12.
That's true. You can force this into just a big mana spell deck. There you go.
You
I'm
could.
just forcing all my opponents to take damage.
I think
don't
it's
know.
funny.
Manipulate the top of your deck.
Poor Parker Luck.
Next up, we've got Villainous Wrath. It's 3 and 2 black for a sorcery that says target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control, then destroy all creatures.
That could be mean.
It definitely hurts the player that's playing tokens.
Yeah. It's an expensive board wipe, but that top part's kind of mean.
I actually really like this.
I was gonna say, is it expensive? It's just 1 more mana than the average board wipe, I'd say. I mean, unless
Yeah.
you're playing those Blasphemy Sacks and the ones that just
You mean like the good
discount
ones?
itself. But
Yeah.
I mean, 4 mana I think is the sweet spot for a normal Wrath effect. But this is just 1 extra mana that might hurt an opponent.
Might
Pretty
nuke
heavily.
somebody, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, this is literally just it's the reverse of a Fumigate.
That's actually
Yeah,
true.
Instead of gaining life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that this is much better than a Fumigate.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Unless you're a gain life deck, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe this will see play.
It very well could.
Sounds like it might be seen play in Reilly's decks.
Yeah.
Especially against me when I run.
It says villainous. Of
Okay,
course they're gonna
tokens.
play it.
Yeah. It says villainous. Yeah. Next up, we've got Strength of Will. This is 1 and a green for an instant. It says until end of turn, target creature you control gains indestructible. And whenever this creature is dealt damage, put that many +1/+1 counters on it.
That's sick.
I'm here for this card.
I'm here for this card too.
I'm actually going to say no.
Why?
I
You
think we're
block or
starting.
something, play this, and then it's indestructible, and you just grew it by a botch.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The effect on this is like cool, but I feel like we are also hitting that threshold where there's just like too many of these kinds of effects where it's really starting to push it as to like, do I want that benefit on 2 mana, or would I still rather play something that's just going to like protect my creature, like a 1 mana instant effect?
Depends if you're running a counter deck, because I feel like this isn't a counter deck. Like, the more sets we're going through this year, the more and more effects for counters matter deck is just becoming greater in strength.
Mhm.
I mean,
It's pretty
it is
wild.
it's a good thing that Wizards is finally exploring that space. +1/+1 counters are definitely new.
I'm just saying that we're getting a power creep when it comes to these +1/+1 counter cards. I don't know. This Strength of Will is a strong card, in my opinion.
I do like this card a lot.
Let's move on. We've got another Spider-Man. This is Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly. 1 red and a green for a 4/3 legendary creature spider human hero. It has the web slinging of a red and a green. In case you forget, you can cast it for web slinging if you return a tapped creature back to your hand. It's got trample, and it says sensational save. If Scarlet Spider was cast using web slinging, he enters with X +1/+1 counters on him, where X is the mana value of the returned creature.
That's pretty spicy.
Or counters.
Yeah,
Look
wow.
at that. Who would have thought?
So it's cheaper and it's bigger if you have something that's tapped that you can return.
Well, yeah,
That's spicy.
this is all like straight up just not a good card if you don't web sling it.
Well, I mean,
I know this
yeah.
says it's got trample if you don't web sling
It's
it.
vanilla trample. I agree.
Yeah.
But if you
But
do,
hey,
that's sick.
I mean, I just think 2 mana for a 5/4 on curve in standard is pretty solid.
It will need to be dealt with immediately.
Especially it's got trample.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here with this card. So Reilly, what do you think of Ben Reilly?
I think it's okay. I'm gonna try it and not be overly negative, but this set is not for me, and that's okay.
I get it. That's okay. Yeah, your set is Avatar.
Yes, I understand that not every set is for every person. This is just one that is much more targeted towards you than it is I.
I am a fan of Marvel, and yeah, there's another one coming next year, apparently. But let's move on. We've got Friendly Neighborhood. It is 3 and a white for an enchantment aura. It's an enchant land. When this aura enters, you create 3 1/1 green and white human citizen creature tokens. And enchanted land has pay 1, tap it. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery.
A little
That's
hefty.
kind of cool one.
A little
I
cool.
have to have lands to cast this.
Whoa, you do?
Oh,
That's a pretty big restriction.
that's a huge restriction. No, for 4 mana, you get 3 1/1s, and then an ability that just pumps a creature pretty heavily. We've been talking about Tokens Matter deck. This probably goes in that.
I feel like I
Yeah.
need to clarify. I've been very facetious this video, and like I know we're gonna get
Oh.
comments like, "You don't play lands in your decks." I promise you, I some of my decks have lands.
So,
Yeah. I don't know. Shane, does this go into Iriette? It's an aura.
it's a little heavy, a little expensive,
This one
and
is
only if I'm staying for
this one's
Iriette.
harder. I was going to say this one's harder to deal with because it's going
Agreed.
to be attached to a land.
Yeah, I agree.
So at least they get to stick around.
Maybe play it like I said last time. Play it in a that other Iriette, the one that cared about higher CMC auras.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. But no,
I think
that's
it's a cool
cool.
card.
I think that it's like a flavor win too. It's like I'm making this land a friendly neighborhood.
Yeah. This is a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Spinneret and Spiderling. It's 1 red mana for a 1/2 legendary creature spider human hero. This says whenever you attack with 2 or more spiders, put a +1/+1 counter on Spinneret and Spiderling. Whenever Spinneret and Spiderling deals 4 or more damage, exile the top card of your library until end of your next turn. You may play that card.
Well, I feel like this will see play.
You don't think it'll see play?
I said I do think it'll see play.
Yeah.
1 mana, 1/2 with
especially
upside.
in standard, especially.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This will grow pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, my biggest comparison to this, and it's not as powerful as a comparison, but my biggest comparison to this, I feel like, is like a Ragavan. So that's probably a good sign.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know, because you guys aren't big fans of this, you know that's Peter Parker's wife and daughter? That's MJ.
You know, kind of guessed.
With
Also,
the red
wait,
hair.
is that Spider-Man in the background on the water tower?
He's
It
watching. He's a
is.
proud father.
Let's move on to Arana, Heart of the Spider. 1 red white for a 3/3 legendary creature spider human hero. Whenever you attack, you put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. And whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is sweet. It is unfortunate that it is only a single attacking creature, but I think it's cool.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's a little slow.
I mean, okay, we say it's a little slow. That first part doesn't actually excite me. The second part excites me, and that one is not slow.
That was not slow at all. Yeah, however many modified creatures, don't forget, modified means auras, equipment, +1/+1 counters, or just counters in general.
Yeah.
Anything that's attached to the creature, that is a modified creature. So, yes, you can get definite card advantage. In Boros.
Whoa.
Boros aggro.
What? That's an archetype?
It's a new
I
one.
know. We are literally breaking the game this set. Counters and aggro.
Let's go ahead and move on to a new land. This one's interesting. This is Oscorp Industries. It's a land that enters tapped. And when this land enters from a graveyard, you lose 2 life. You can tap it for a blue, a black, or a red. And it has mayhem, in case you forgot. You may play this card from your graveyard if you discarded it this turn. Timing rules do still apply. How do we feel about this rare land? It's kind of weird, right?
It's
But
kind
it's
of
another
weird.
tri-land.
Yeah, but it's like
You can never have too many tri-lands.
it's like a trial they used to
Versus-
work for.
I mean, no, you just played as.
I guess you're
taps.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I
Doesn't
mean,
need
like,
to go to the grave.
yeah, you face this looting and you can just drop this, but it does come in taps. So does the stifling effect kind of limit there?
I mean, all tri-lands come in tapped. It doesn't make any difference. But
Why did
just
you have
more
the
mana
stipulation of
effects.
hurting you?
I don't know, because it's mayhem.
Huh.
I think it's okay. I think anytime we get more tricolors, this is going to be. I hope this is a full cycle, because if this is being thrown in standard right now, I would like to have the full cycle.
Yeah.
Moving on, we've got a new equipment. We've been talking about modified and stuff. This is rocket-powered Goblin Glider. It's a fun way to say that. This is 3 mana for an artifact equipment. When this equipment enters, if it was cast from your graveyard, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has flying and haste. You can have equipped cost of 2 or mayhem of 2.
That's cool. I like that
Yeah.
actually.
Doing mayhem stuff.
Discard it, play it for 2, and then attach it immediately. I like it. Sign me up.
There's a little bit of overlap with this one, or lack of overlap there. What I'm trying to talk about here. So, like, most equipment decks generally don't do a whole lot of graveyard play.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, well, now it does.
I don't know. And even with that, this one, like, I still have to pay for the mayhem, whereas the card we just talked about, you don't. So I don't know how I feel about this one.
Well, the
I'm
thing
pretty
is, most of this set so far, it's all been paying for mayhem. Like, many of the cards of mayhem, like the land is the only one we haven't seen with a cost on it, which I guess because it's a land, usually lands just enter for free. So I think mayhem here just it's cheaper than the actual cost. So, and it does something better if you do cast it for cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of here for it, especially when it gives it haste too.
I think my brain went immediately to, I think dog meat. That commander actually puts equipment in the graveyard. I mean, I think it
Does,
goes
but
there.
Specifically, you have to discard.
Oh, true. That may. Okay, I thought. Okay. Ratchet.
Yeah. But it's still cool. Moving on, we've got Spider Woman, Stunning Savior. It's 1 white or blue for a 2/2 legendary creature, Spider Human Hero. It's got flying and Venom Blast, which means artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter tapped.
I love this.
Of course you do, you stacks player.
I love this. It's cheap.
I love Blind Obedience now has flying.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, Platinum is a lot
What's-
easier to kill now, but
Yeah, what's
mean-
better than one of those effects?
2
2 of them have
double tap.
same deck. Yeah, this is gonna be an annoying card. I don't know, Reilly. What do you think?
I hate this effect. I mean, I love playing against stacks. I personally don't play it. I'm not that horrible of a human being, but
I feel
it's got an
like
appeal
yeah,
out there
okay.
for some people.
All right, all right.
Shane plays stacks. Riley loves playing
Shots
against
fired.
stacks.
This card's
That's all we
amazing.
got. That's all we
Stamp
need to
of
know.
Shane approval.
I am here for it too. You know, it's a cool card. Build around it. I love how it's a hybrid effect too, so you can
Same.
actually build Azoria's stacks like it's meant to be. But yeah, we'll talk about it in Commander Grades. Moving on, let's talk about this new counter magic. Speaking of favorite colors, Shane. This is Spider Sense. It's 1 and a blue for an instant. It's got web slinging of a blue. In case you forgot, you may cast this for just 1 blue mana if you also return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand. Counter target instant spell, sorcery spell, or triggered ability. Good card.
I think it's a pretty solid counter.
I like this a lot.
I think
What do you think, Riley? New counter.
I think no.
What? This is still 2 mana.
Yeah.
Why no?
It's just I feel like it's not good enough. I
How?
have to have a tapped creature in order for me to get this in for 1. And then past that point, it's like I guess it's kind of like a swan song in a way.
I mean, you can also do triggered abilities too. That's pretty cool. If a
That
triggered
is
ability is about to kill you, you're countering that for sure.
that is super cool and all, but generally speaking, triggered abilities, I don't know. That's normally not the problem that I'm worrying about.
I don't know. It could be. And for that case, here is some Spider Sense. Also, just real quick to point out, this is the buy a box promo. So if you go ahead and buy a box from your LGS, you can get this card.
Spider
But
senses are tingling.
I think Shane likes it, right, Shane? I mean, you mentioned
I
the
said
video.
like we talked about it. I think it's gonna go in my arsenal of counters, obviously, but similarly to the other free spell we had, where we had to like sacrifice a blue creature to make it free. This is gonna require me to have a tapped creature, which I might not always have. So 2 mana is still okay,
If
but I don't know.
I was gonna say, if you just want it for 1, 2
That's
mana is
true.
still great in my
Well,
opinion.
obviously I want it for 1 because 1 is better than 2.
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like if I'm playing this and I'm not guaranteeing it's 1, I'd rather run negate.
Yeah,
I
same.
don't know. Like, run both.
You could.
I understand, but like I'm now comparing a like suboptimal counterspell to this card. Like negate makes it into my deck typically whenever I'm playing like that's my counterspell 8, or I'm playing intentionally like something where I'm not playing like really mean counterspells.
I don't know. I seem to can't convince you. I like this card. We'll leave it at that. You don't like this card. Let's move on to the next one. This is Lady Octopus, Inspired Inventor. It is 1 blue for a 0/2 legendary creature human scientist villain. It says whenever you draw your first or second card each turn, you put an ingenuity counter on Lady Octopus. You can tap it. You may cast an artifact spell from your hand with mana value less than or equal to the number of ingenuity counters on Lady Octopus without paying its mana cost.
Dude, blue proliferation says hello.
You're not wrong.
Kilo goes insane with this.
I think this card just goes insane in a blue deck.
Okay,
Yep.
you're right. Sorry. I went too specific.
Specifically artifact, though.
Like obviously, yes, you're going to probably be building it around that way, but like first or second card each turn. So this is triggering on each of my opponent's turns. My Ristic Studies and all those kinds of effects. My draw engines are all loving this, and it can trigger up to twice each turn.
I think it's first or second.
Yeah, why does it
meaning
say first or?
just the? Because I don't think it triggers twice each turn. I think it's just once.
Well, then that throws my point out the window. But still, regardless, that would be what 4 counters per turn cycle. Like turn 2, I'm now dropping a 5-drop artifact or 4-drop artifact.
Yeah, that's very powerful.
I like this card a lot.
This is a 1 mana potential commander.
I would say I could actually build this.
This is a super easy artifacts matter blue deck.
Yeah.
Now, I did also, just to like throw a disclaimer in there, that is also like Magical Christmas Land. You do have to be able to have like a draw engine in place, otherwise this thing is incredibly slow.
Oh, without a doubt. But that's what blue's good at, drawing cards. Moving on, we've got a new Dimir card. This is Superior Spider-Man. 2 blue-black for a 4/4 legendary creature, Spider Human Hero. It's got Mind Swap, which means you may have Superior Spider-Man enter as a copy of any creature card in a graveyard. except his name is Superior Spider-Man, and he's a 4/4 Spider-Human hero, in addition to his other types. When you do, exile that card. That's the only text I don't like there. It's exiling the card that you copied. Because you can't do it again.
Good.
But
I feel like
this is a one-time effect type thing. Unless you grab something that has like an activated ability, which might be cool. Triggered ability?
it's okay. Well, careful. If you try to grab something with a triggered ability, it might get Spidey sensed.
Hey, there you go. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
This is an interesting card.
Yeah,
I'd be
kind
curious
of
to
boring.
see our resident Demir player if he likes it or not. Steven's not here, so I'm curious to see what his opinions are when we get to it when our Commander Grades video. But this card, this could be definitely one of those reanimation decks in standard. Whatever's in
Maybe.
the grave, this gets copied. Now this is a Galta,
But it's a 4/4.
but it's a 4/4 Spider Human hero. I don't know. Seems cool. It's definitely build around. Would you play it? Comment down below. Moving on to Hydro-Man, Fluid Felon. It is 2 blue mana for a 2/2 legendary creature elemental villain. It says whenever you cast a blue spell, if Hydro-Man is a creature, he gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And at the beginning of your end step, untap Hydro-Man until your next turn. He becomes a land and gains tapped out of blue.
That's sick.
That's a cool one, right? It's like
That,
I've done my damage. I'm now a land. You cannot touch me.
that's cool design space.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. Huh?
I like this card.
It is interesting, but I have two grapes about this. And Hunter, as somebody who knows his comics, maybe you can help me out. Don't they already have a comic book villain made out of sand? Is this the same person, or
It's a different person, but
Sandman
yeah,
and Hydro Man, dude.
Sandman is already spoiled. He's in green.
are they like cousins? Is there a lava man?
They're similar. There's
Is there
like
an airman?
elementals. That's why he's
Wait,
an
there's the
elemental
elementals.
villain.
Haha. So
Yeah,
there's like
Avatar.
a fire woman too, right? And a tree person.
That's Groot.
You're right. That is Groot. We'll get that in a couple sets.
Back on the card though.
Back on the card, I do have another gripe. In all seriousness, he becomes a land. Why is he just not an island?
Because he's a land.
I don't think that matters. This card's sick.
Because that would require him to lose or add a subtype.
I mean,
That's true.
I don't have a retort.
But Hydro Man is not an island person.
You're right. You're right.
So he just becomes a land. You can tap to add a blue, which means you can potentially hold up counter magic.
So you're gonna be playing a bunch of spells. He's gonna be big. You're gonna swing. He's gonna untap, and then you're gonna have more mana for like counterplay afterward. Like what?
Exactly what I said. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I like the design space, like you said. Speaking of liking the design space, let's move on to the final card we're talking about today. This is the Spot, Living Portal. It's 3 white black for a 4/4 legendary creature, human scientist villain. It says when the Spot enters, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent and up to 1 target non-land permanent card from a graveyard. When the Spot dies, put him on the bottom of his owner's library. If you do, return the exiled cards to their owner's hands. The fun thing about the Spot is that if you blink the Spot, it's a new version of the card, which means those exiled cards stay exiled.
Forever.
Forever.
Wow.
Seems like a cool blink style deck. That's super annoying because he just keeps entering and grabbing stuff.
Eating things and be like, and they're gone.
Yeah. And if you guys have seen Spider-Man through the multiverse, across the Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
I can't remember which is the second one. But the second one has the Spot. And if you remember, the Spot is very clumsy and hurts himself. Technically, this can target itself.
What?
So, flavor win.
I like that.
you could target itself.
I'm
It's
confused.
exile. I don't know. I think this is a really cool design space. I mean, we've seen the blink effects already, but this is one of those ones that just like and gone and gone and gone. Because this has to die for them to get the cards back.
Yeah.
Not to go to exile. So just keep blinking.
Not just
this
like a
over and over.
leave, yeah. Huh.
But yeah, that is gonna do it for us today. That is it. All done.
All
Spider-Man
done.
spoilers. Yeah. Before we wrap things up, let's talk about our favorite cards we talked about today. I kind of want to start with Reilly because Reilly, you're not very high. Did you have a favorite card that we talked about today? And please tell me why it was Spider Sense.
It's not Spider Sense. It's Villainous Wrath. I am a huge fan of just like alluding to previous Magic cards, or just like pulling back within history of stuff, like the comparison with Wrath and or Wrath of God and Damnation. So seeing the opposite of a Fumigate in Villainous Wrath, I think is really cool.
Shane, do you have a favorite?
Yeah. Hydro Man. All the way.
Hydra Man's pretty cool. I actually like the first card we talked about, Shadow of the Goblin. Just
That's pretty good.
easily fixing your draw step is
Yeah.
powerful in my opinion. What was your guys' favorite card? Comment down below. Let us know in those comment section. While you're down there, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, because you don't want to miss out throughout spoiler season. We got some spicy cards coming. Speaking of spoiler season, if you wanted to check out all of the commons and uncommons that we did not talk about in the videos, check the link in the description for our Instagram. Follow us on those, as well as all of the other social media accounts right there. On the screen right now, those are all of our Patreon subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your added support. It really does mean the world to us. If you guys wanted to check out what they're seeing, which is not here on YouTube, please check the link in the description below and consider subscribing. And a very special shout out to our Gains Indestructible tier, starting with
Aaron Hill.
Billy Yum Yum 2x2.
Daryl Tripp,
Marion Turner.
Dr. Rome.
Ghost McGrady,
Yasminder Pabla.
Jimmy Ward.
Jay Pizzle,
Kelvort.
Kevo.
Samuel Abbott,
Stingrazer 1144.
Thrifty PSGR.
and William Colombo. You guys are awesome. Appreciate every single one of you. And until the next video, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Laters.
Bye-bye.